Hey everybody, I'm back up in Hamilton today. Northbound coming here. I waited till about noon to come up here. If I heard them on the radio right, there's 3 more behind this one. And we're gonna see some southbound, so I might have got here at just the right time. Sounds like his horn could use a little work. Big old string of boxcars here. Manifest here. I don't know how many cars are in this, and it's a bunch. Alright, that's a great way to start right there. On the radio, I just heard them talking. I think we got 3 more coming behind this one. So, sound like a good, showed up at the right time. Alright, I want to wish Robert Sandell a happy 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Robert, and thanks for watching my channel. Sure do appreciate it. Just like that, here comes number 2. Norfolk Southern Intermodal. Changing tracks, going over track 1. And we're going to make a U-turn because we're not a rail fan. That last train, according to defect detector, should have been 572 axles. My high school math said that was 2 locomotives and 140 cars. Now I may be wrong, but that's what my little Miami education has taught me. We didn't have Common Core back then, we had common sense. This might be 26C, even though it only had 2 locomotives. Be pretty short. They must have the new railing up above Camden because they've been keeping the Newcastle closed till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon while they've been putting that rail in. I may drive up there and check it out here in a little bit. See if I can see any of it. Up here at the Dayton Street crossing now. Alrighty, I believe there's 2 more still coming. And I heard there's a southbound up there, so I guess we're going to see what happens. Alright, hang around. Alright, here we go. Number 3. That southbound sitting up there on main 2 now. Looks like we got loaded autoracks here to start with. They've been combining these trains lately, autoracks and intermodals, and even throwing a little mixed freight in there too. They had a train derailment up here on Friday, the day we were in Marion. There was a train was coming off the Indy sub down just south of here. That's where the Amtrak turns off to go to Chicago. And they had a southbound freight train, and I guess somewhere near the end of the train, they had 2 cars come off the track, and I never really got the official reason, but somebody told me that they had a wheel brake or an axle or something, because they had to the truck that was under the car, I guess they actually loaded up and took out of here, and they got the cars on the track and out of the way. But the thing was, Amtrak was sitting behind that freight train, and they were stuck behind them for 9 hours waiting on them to get that thing cleared up, because there was no other way around. They were on the single track part. So that's part of the problem with Amtrak in America. They have to share the tracks with the freight trains. If the freight trains have a problem, well, then their schedule goes pretty much sideways. have to admit that's a little different. And there's still no action on a hotel here. I think that is done and done. I don't think they're going to make that happen at all. We're into the empty autoracks now. Might start speeding up a little bit. I just heard they got a slow order, but they're going to take it off just as soon as this guy clears. Apparently they got a lot of stuff they're going to be moving through here, so this might end up being a pretty good day. All right, here we go. I'm going to walk back over to my car here and wait on the next one. All right, here comes number 4. They said they had 3 coming. So they had 3 coming after that first one. They weren't kidding. EMD power. He's switching tracks too. from main 2 to main 1. It's like a loaded autorack. Another big Bucks train going by us here. Get back out of that sun. Don't get me wrong, I like the sun, but having that skin cancer cut off my leg last year, I think I'm gonna be a little bit more shade bound. Oh, could it be? Nope. Dragon Ball Z. I think that's what that is. My son would know. That was one of his favorites when he was growing up. He's 31 now. Saw that blue and yellow. I thought that might be Homer Simpson sleeping. Couple of hobos. Alrighty. Well, there's supposed to be a southbound coming, so we'll see if they were kidding or not. Okay, here comes the local whistling caboose today. I'm surprised they don't put a regular horn on that caboose. They can do that. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for probably part one. I might run out to Somerville and Camden and see if I can get some fast trains, if NS is doing anything. And I want to see if they put any new rail out there yet. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I sure appreciate the support. Don't mind, like, comment, subscribe, share. And if you got a chance, watch another video, because it really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And the ads are what pays for my gas. So if you don't mind watching an ad, and I know they're getting crazy because YouTube just keeps putting too many in the videos. But if you want to watch one or two and want to skip the rest, that's fine. But that helps me a bunch too as far as getting where I need to go. So we'll let you go, and you have a great day.